Hello, my fellow Lakers, newcomers, and passerbys, and welcome back to Tommy's Page. He's a co-founder and creator at Gamepires, and we have quite a few things to talk about today. All right, so let's go ahead and we're just going to jump into it. So first off, this picture right here represents the train that they will be adding to the game. It says right here, level designers have started filling up the level with new POIs. So you should be seeing more and more new locations in the following updates. The plan is to wrap everything up together during this year. So 2021 is going to be the year of full POIs, different POIs coming to the game constantly. So guys, be ready for that. And with their 50 people team, I mean, heck, it grew up to like 100. Who knows by the end of the year? It could be anywhere. That'd be pretty cool. Now, wouldn't it not? But anyways, let's go ahead and look at the train a little bit more. You see here's a little leather seats right here, little boxes right here. I think this train might be stagnant. I don't know if it'll move. It might move in the future. I really do hope it does. It does say the hype train is leaving the station. I don't know if that's just a meme or if it's maybe a little leak saying that the train might actually move, which would be pretty cool if it actually moved back and forth. If you could just get in it and move it like a vehicle, that would be very fun. Actually, you can get from one part of the map to the next part of the map. I'd really like that. So let's go ahead and skip that and go to the next thing right here. So this is actually, they're talking about in order to do adding farming to the game, they actually have to go out and they have to do testing about these areas. So it says right here, before implementing the farming in the game, a game designer has to conduct a field research after analysis. The data are to be uploaded from the barn because there is a staple Wi-Fi. That's a little joke there from him. But yeah, so basically game designers have to literally conduct field research, and this is the field research. So as you can see here, this is probably going to end up being them tilling the soil. So there's going to be a machine that you will have to be able to till soil. Now, there are smaller versions of that tiller. I've definitely used them and they suck. It is not as fun as this guy makes it seem. Because that's very fresh manure, okay? I've had to break ground with one of these suckers. It is not fun. Trust me. Not fun at all. But as you can see, this is probably going to be in the game in the future. Let's go ahead and move up, and we are going to talk about the 22 suppressors for the Hunter 85. They also say it could be a flashlight masturbator, but nonetheless, it's definitely a 22 suppressor for the Hunter 85. It is pretty cool. As you could probably see, suppressors for even more guns that will be released later in the future. In the future, and that will also be really cool. I mean, and just the variety of things in this game. And I mean, hunters themselves they need suppressors. I mean, come on now. They really do. I think every weapon should have a suppressor, should have its full kit. I wouldn't even mind a sling for weapons. That would be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and move to the next tweet. And this is actually the most important tweet out of them all. And this is literally, it has something to do with metabolism. Like, this is all metabolism. So I think right here, this is your female version. As you can see, here's the face, here's the pelvic area. This is like the innards, the muscles, the neck, the bones. If you go over to the second little part right here, as you can see, that's the breast, torso. Here's your, what do you call it? God dang, what do you call it? I said it the other day and I totally forgot it. I'm sorry, I totally forgot it. Your freaking, here's your sternum. Okay, that's your sternum, I'm pretty sure. This is your, Jesus. Damn it, okay, whatever. I'm skipping it. I'm skipping the word. I had it in my head. Said it the other day. Now I can't even freaking remember. But anyways, so yes, this is your bones, your muscle. I think this is all gonna have to do with the metabolism and the damage in the game. So if you move over, here is the male version. As you can see, here's the winky. And here's the hands, the chest, the legs, thighs, neck, throat. I think that's the inner throat right here. Maybe not. Maybe that's the knees. Yeah, I think that's the knees. Ears. All that stuff is going to matter. And again, here is the winky once more. And it looks like there's even the inside of the winky, which is cartilage, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there is no bone in the winky, okay? A boner is not called a boner because of the bone inside of it. I can tell you that, unless you're a fucking raccoon or a walrus. And mind you, they do have bones. Go look it up. It's really interesting. But I think this is actually going to be really cool, actually having these in the game, because it's going to be a lot more detailed when it comes to your damage. I'm hoping to actually see like blood loss in these certain areas, like in the leg where you have to patch up a leg. If you guys ever played Green Hell, in Green Hell you have to patch up either your arm or your leg, but you have to patch up the right one. And you actually have to look at like your hand or your leg to see if the damage is actually there, and then you can patch it. You'll know, obviously, because you'll be lower health and there'll be something wrong with you, obviously. You'll be bleeding and you'll feel it, you'll feel pain, and so you'll look in that area and be like, okay, hey, there's a hole here, you gotta patch that up. So you know, they have limping in the game right now, so I'm guessing for the legs you'll probably see gunshot wounds in the legs, and you'll probably see them bleeding and they'll be very damaged. And it'll probably see if you actually got shot, if you actually broke a bone or anything like that as well. So maybe you have damage in legs, maybe you didn't get shot, maybe you fell down a hill, and maybe you have a broken leg and everything else. You have to build a splint to actually form it, and it'll show it. So maybe they'll have this little map of your body, and you can take off layers, so the skin, muscle, and bone, you know, those 3 layers, and you could be like, okay, it looks like I have bone damage, or it looks like I have muscle damage, or it only went up to the muscle, or it only went to the skin, so I only have to put a small bandage on it. But if it went through the muscle, maybe you got to be like, okay, if it's in the muscle, I got to first off take out the projectile. Or if this is going to be a longer heal, I can still bandage it, but I'm going to need to, you know, add something to kind of keep it from getting infected or something like that. And if it broke the bone, then obviously you need to make a splint and repair the muscle and the skin as well. So yeah, that'd be pretty darn cool. As for the rest of the stuff, like, I don't know, but it's pretty cool. I really do like it. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this metabolism feature, all this healing feature, the medical feature, I should say. And I wonder if you actually are going to have a medical skill. And I think they actually said you're going to have a medical skill, so I don't know why I said that. Pretty sure there's going to be a medical skill to actually show, or to actually see, you know, what you can actually repair or not. You know, so like, hey, you know, can I perform heart surgery? You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. I don't think it'll go anywhere surgical. I don't think you do anything like that. But I'm pretty sure like there's going to be bullet removal. Otherwise, your character's just going to have to live with a bullet in them until you can find a medical, you know, an operator to medically do it. Or maybe, you know, you could do it without damage. You can do it, but you'll damage yourself more if you don't have a high medical skill. And then you're just going to take longer to heal, and then you have a higher chance of actually getting an infection, which then you have to heal the infection and deal with that as well, which would actually be pretty cool if they did it that way. And then if you had high medical, then maybe you could do it without damaging yourself that much, and you also have a clean wound, so that way you don't get infected. You're very rarely, you're very unlikely to get infected, or maybe not at all if you have really high medical skill, because you're just like, oh, boom boom, done, like taking a bullet out. Yeah, I could do that in my sleep. As for other things, I don't know if diseases are going to be in the game. When I say diseases, I'm talking about chronic diseases. I know you'll probably end up getting sick and stuff like that, and they'll probably show your lungs, and stuff, and your trachea, and be like, okay, maybe you have fucking swamp fever, right? So your lungs are filled up with congestion, so you have to clear that out with some kind of medication. Maybe some cold medicine. Cat, you need to get down from the desk. So we can clear that up with some kind of medication or something like that. As you can see, you can also see the ears. So maybe, you know, you have an ear infection, so it's gonna like affect what you can actually hear in game. And you'll have to clean that out some way. But anyways, I was talking about chronic diseases. I don't know if they're gonna have chronic diseases where basically you can have a chronic disease which also causes a gain in a certain skill field, but also a loss in a certain skill field. So basically, say you have, what's a chronic, the cancer, right? I'm just gonna go for the hard one, the hard C. Okay, so cancer, say you had cancer, right? And you say you have it in your chest. So maybe, you know, maybe your character has lower health than usual, and maybe, you know, you have to feed him more. But on the other hand, his intelligence is super high and everything like that. You know what I mean? Or say you have a chronic disease that's actually a little more beneficial, which maybe you have double the muscles. You know, for some reason you have double the muscles in your body, right? Which actually slower the movement speed and everything, but your strength is just crazy, right? But what if it showed up on these actual character, you know, models and stuff like that? That'd be pretty cool. I don't think they'll ever go that far. That's a bit far, but the diseases and stuff, they'll definitely go that far. And the gunshot wounds and where the wounds are and how you have to clean them, and everything like that, that is definitely probably going to be in the game. Other than that, I really don't know. But that's all I have to rant about today. Those are all the leaks I have for you guys today. So I really do hope you guys do enjoy your day, and I am out.